For me, when I was a child, I was actually not. People say I was a loner back then. I'm not a loner. I was just like, I had friends, of course, to hang out with and stuff like that. But sometimes when you have friends around, you're just thinking, like, I need to kind of relax on my own, kind of collect my thoughts before I talk to them, right? And so I was the kind of person just wanted to have my own thoughts and that that I wanted to be on my own sometimes. I would play I don't know Pokemon cards, Sailor Moon cards when I was younger. Every Asian kid kind of did that, you know. Even so, white kids did that Sailor Moon stuff too. But anyways, so got into that, and then what happened after that was that some girls were tricking me into giving the cards away, whatever. I'm like, whatever, it's just cards. I can buy more, right? So then I got better ones because the old ones that I had, I gave them away, blah blah blah, and I gave some to my sister. I'm like, yeah, it's just cards, just paper, you know. But anyway, so I gave them away. I had Pokemon cards, and I kept the shiniest one. So, so yeah, and then what happened after that was just that I was into more like getting into Dragon Ball Z, kind of like my brother, and I was kind of connected with my brother a lot when I was in elementary school, because I had my brother around. When I was in like when I started in maybe grade 3 or 4. Well, no wait. When I started in grade 2, he was about grade 6. He's grade 6. We were 4 years apart, me and my brother. So, but then when I started, he was when I kindergarten, he was like maybe grade 5 or I don't know. So, anyways, by the way, yeah, he was there all the time. Whenever I was picked on, I told him, and he would deal with the problem. He still does that stick, which is awesome. Um, Even though like I may be a troublesome kid, I still like when I got into high school. Well, preschool everything was okay. Like I was kind of on my own. Had some friends. Had my best friend ever, Becky and Keisha. So we were best friends. Three of us would always hang out. We would always go out together. But maybe with a parent or two around, like just a chaperone, because we're younger, too young to go to the mall, right? So, you know. So then, me and my two other friends, we were best friends. We were like we hung out a lot, blah blah blah. And then we got into when we got older, our parents kind of went all separate ways. So one went to I don't know where now, and then there's two other friends that disappeared now, so I haven't talked to them in a while. But I've seen them around. I've talked to them when I see them. But other than that, I'm just now like making new friends, of course. In this world now, I'm making new friends and stuff. Maybe taking some of the old ones too. Now, having that known in high school, I was very shy when I started in grade 8 because I didn't know where I was going. You know, I went into McRoberts and I thought to myself, like, whoa, big school can get lost. Grade 8, you're just like, oh my god, where am I going? And then you gotta, like, walk through the school, you're like, this and that, and so I'm like, oh crap, where am I gonna go? So when I started grade 8, I glued myself to my brother because he knew where everything was in grade 8. So when I was grade 8, he knew where everything was. I'm like, oh crap, where am I going? I'm like, go, can you help me? Right? He's like, sure. And I'm like, I don't know where I was going, And then I asked him. He's like, because I don't know where he was. And I don't know. I can always find whenever. But the thing was, I don't know where I was going. And then I would go into some classes and I didn't know where I was going. And so I asked him, like, where am I going? And, because I'd rather have help than that. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, and then some teachers knew most teachers that I knew my brother. So because I didn't know where I was going, I was like, oh my god, where am I going? So when I had classes in grade 8, and I started to get, when during lunchtime, I talked to my brother because I didn't know where I was going, or either I was in class and I come up look for my brother because I don't know where I'm going next, right? So I'm like, and then I'd ask him like, where am I going next? So I think it was an art class or something. I'm asking him where. I'm like, okay, I'm going here. I'm like, okay, after lunch, okay. And I was kind of glued to my brother when I started in grade 8 because I was new to the environment and I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna get lost. Totally gonna get lost in my lifetime. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I got my brother to teach me on like the gym. He's like already down here. He showed me better because when I started in grade 8, counselors like didn't tell me much detail of which class was what. So that's like I was afraid about detention. So when I started in grade 8, I got no grade 8 was okay because I was starting kind of gluing myself to school, kind of getting to know the basis of grade 8. Grade 9 was the worst. Grade 9 was where I was kind of causing trouble, getting into the trouble area. I don't know why. It's just the mood I was in. I'm causing trouble. And everything, anything, I caused trouble. And I cannot tell you so many things, but I got myself into trouble. So much trouble. Lots of trouble, actually. When I got grade 8, grade 8, I kind of started to skip class. Like, skipping class is like a bad thing, right? In school, you do marks, whatever. So, but then, my brother was good in straight A's and stuff like that, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I skipped class with my brother. I didn't want to eat pizza. Like, after cooking class, we had pizza, whatever, beginner's course. And grade 8, right? So I made pizza, I'm like, ugh, don't want to eat it, right? But then, after that, I went with my brother. He drove a car when I was grade 8, so I always went with him, with his friends and stuff, so, because then I knew where I was going, and so, he's like, I was like, and my brother asked me, do you want to go back to class? I'm like, no. It's like, and next day, the teacher asked me, where were you? I'm like, my brother drove me to the doctor. I was like, oh, does he go to school? I'm like, nope, not really. And then that was excused, and then after that was, I got into really worse into grade 9, grade 10, 11, 12, where I got worse into skipping more classes. That's where I got into that. Skipping classes was what I did a lot of. And mostly I thought didn't want to tell my parents, right? My mom, especially, because she was the one to take care of everything for me in high school. So I had all the forms my mom signed. So it was basically her job to take care of me. I was the worst kid. I skipped classes. I did this, I did that. And, I got into a bad habit of skipping classes. When I grade 10, 11, 12, I skipped some of them. Some classes I knew some teachers wouldn't let me skip, so I'd be like, oh, gotta stay there for some classes. Some teachers would be like, oh, skip for who, skip for Miss Who or Mr. Who. And I'd be like, I can't. I'm gonna get deep crap. Because I knew some teachers in Roberts were like strict teachers. If you skipped a class, you're gonna be like, call your parents. But, they're like, fuck, you're in high school, But then they're just kind of telling your parents. Okay, in college, when I got into culinary school, I got into, Bible school, you can't really skip classes, because it's, like, mandatory. You have to be there in class every day. If you skip class, they know that you're gone. Because everybody's there. So, other than that, like, you have break times, and then you have classes at night, sometimes too. So, you eat your breakfast, help clean up, go to class, and stuff like that. That's when I did Bible school before culinary. And what happened was that you were on this stranded island. One island has everything. Has llamas, has cows, has everything. And chickens even. And that you have to, do chores. Basically, on every Wednesday, this is a work day. And you have to help clean up the either you go to your class thing, like you help out at, volunteer at, like, function on Wednesdays, or do some kind of, like, activity on certain days, right? And then, Wednesday's normally a work day. So, got into work day. Work day is like cleaning a room, making sheets, cleaning the sheets kind of thing. It's like a clean your house kind of deal. But, more intense it got into, it was more like having to do housework. It's basically what it is. It's a huge house, and it's kind of like it's kind of like House of God, and kind of clean up his house, make the beds nicer, and kind of thing, So that's what I did for a year. I caused a lot of trouble there too. I got worse when I got there. I got very worse when I got there, and I was like, as a rotten kid as I am, when I was younger, I stole stuff. I did this, I did that. I did a lot of other crazy stuff. And which kid wouldn't, right? Depending. And because I was in a room with white whores in my room. No lie. And through that, I couldn't stand it. I was the only Asian kid there. Like, basically, I was the only, like, the whole island was all white people. Other than me, I was Asian. The rest is, like, all white. Or, like, Indian people. But the rest is, like, white. Pure white. And I went there, I'm like, oh, shit. Well, because when I went there, maybe a year or two ago, I was there with, like, a few other friends I knew, like 3 other Asian people, and I knew them, because then I got to know people, and then kind of like that. And then when I got into my own year, in 2008, 2009, or no, well, 2007 and 8, I got into there, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna die, and I'm just gonna go flat. But no, I didn't really go flat. I just went, like, I hated my roommates. Fellow white people. When they went into, like, we had to go into some, like, futures and stuff. So when they went to Richmond and they went into travel, like, for the temple thing, like, you look at the temples and churches and stuff like that. That's what one of the functions for Missions Fest. So we went to temples, one because they split the groups, and so my whole room left for the one, was that one day? One? No, it's 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days that we were there because they had to help set up we were doing the whole, like, well, half of, oh, well, yeah. Wait, when we went to see temples, we were looking at temples, we were looking at half a group first and then half a group next, right? So they get 3 days and then we get 3 days. It's good, like maybe 1 or 2 days actually. But other than that, I got to visit my grandma when I was back in Vancouver. Like, score! I don't know how to see my freaking ass roommates. So after that, like when my roommates went to go to the temple stuff and whatever, church and stuff, luckily, I was away from them. Like, they were gone first. They were the first group gone. It's like, just whole room party it up. And then after, well, they were gone. There was a rat crawling under my bed. Under the bed that crawled into my closet thing there, and went into my other roommate's bed. So there's a hole there, right? So I went through like an S room. And so what happened was that it was kind of crazy, and I was like, oh my god, blah blah blah, and then I wanted to run across the room, and I was like, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do next? And then and I didn't do anything. Oh my god, that's great. I'm like, my phone was like across the room, like shit. And I had to go back. So anyway, so the mouse ran out of the room. My still was kind of shaking a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, I went through that, and I caused a lot of trouble in Bible school. I did. I caused a lot of trouble. I hated my roommates, all pure white. I called them white whores. I yelled at the nurse because she didn't. She was on their side, kind of. What they did when they first took something about somebody's. I didn't know it was somebody's. I thought it was my own, and I thought, that was mine. Right? I picked it up off the floor, and so what happened was that so I was being there, and just as I am, and I was just, I don't know, having a time and just kind of thinking what I should do. And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh crap. Anyway, so when I was in Bible school, I'm a trouble kid, no lie. When I came back, my mom had to rearrange me, blah blah blah, and I'm not gonna tell you the whole Bible school story because it's gonna give me my freaking headache because I gotta think of those freaking whores that I had to deal with, white whores in my room. They were so racist. They were so racist. There's like no, like when I went to room, they're all like, and I walked in like on purpose, or someone stand at the door to talk about me. I'm like, what the f, you know. And every night after when I caused trouble in that room, I'd walk out and scream my head off out in the dark because I can't deal with them. And like when I started the first day, I couldn't even deal with them the first day. They're just creepy people that I don't even want to know, but I have to eventually know them, right? And so on my birthday in Bible school, oh my god, the hottest guy, the hottest guy there, kind of like, my one roommate was across the ocean because we from our Bible school was on Thetis, like Lula Island area, and it was a small little island, and it's called Thetis, and we cross over your Shemaine that you have Victoria, you can go further from there, but the day when one of my roommates was like, yes. And then I had the hottest guy, one of the hottest guys ever there to hold my hand. I stand up because for your birthday, I stand up and they sing your birthday song or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And then I was like, oh my god, kind of thing. And I was like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, thank God. was a hot guy standing there, so I'm like, but now he's back in Germany, so that's the experience of my life in Bible school. So when I went to, after that year, 2007, 2008, I went to Bible school. I went to culinary school, sorry. And then from there, I was very happy, actually. Pretty happy as a good kid. Can't cause trouble. Can't cause trouble because you have chefs to mark you. But sometimes I was late. Kind of a little bit bad kid, but I was kind of late because the buses, when you miss a bus, you're like, crap, and you want to ride from your parents, so like, I'm too late asleep, like too lazy to get up to drive you there. I'm like, it does take you half an hour at least, or 45 minutes at least to drive me there, So I was late. I'm like, shit. I had to run. I ran out of my class. I got because I said sorry. I'm gonna go get changed, and then tell them, because yeah, every class you have to be early before it's 7. You have to be in the morning class. You have to be there before 7, which is kind of crazy. Before 7. And some morning classes you have to be there before 7. You're like, oh my god, I have to wake up at 5. Take an hour there. Take an hour, like, buses and stuff, and then, I think. But it's going to be kind of crazy, and then, but then when there was a 488, it went all the way into VCC. Like, almost to VCC. So, no, right to VCC, it's like you just walk across the street kind of thing. So, I like, phew, I can skip all the way from Richmond all the way to VCC kind of thing. So that's what I did. And then, yeah, I did kind of crazy. And then I got into knowing people, and I knew mostly guys. When I got into VCC, I got, like, when I first day, I like, oh, hey, what's up? I talked to this guy, and like, whatever. I forget his name now, but like, I went to that, and I was like, I can't deal, like, I dealt with a lot of people, and when I dealt with some of the people, some people were really bossy, and because in block, I think you have block only 11 now, because it's kind of shorter now, but having that now is that's really awesome. You have everything comparatively to block 1 is like knife skills, like having you pull out knife set, you buy like block 1, you buy like your whole knife set and everything and stuff like that, and then you get from there, and then after that you get into not only your knife set, but into like block 2 is doing breakfast, or not block 2, block 2 doing, like, I forgot, there's block 2 doing block 2 is doing lunch service, sorry. Block 3 is breakfast service. Block 4 is sauces, like, you make the sauces that you have in the VCC. Block 5, you have dinner service. Block 6 is cutting beef, veal, lamb, everything, like, cutting up raw meat. It's in the morning, so it's kind of like chilly, so you gotta wear it really thick when you go there. I almost froze. My arms were like, I almost like froze to death, and my heart was like slow. I had to go upstairs and go get like, my coat on because I was like freaking my ass off. Yep, and then block 7 was lunch service, like out on the cafeteria line. Block 8 was bakery, so you're downstairs. Block 9 was cafeteria, not cafeteria, but the JJ service, like the restaurant service, and like you have. Like, block 9, you have to split into groups. Or, no, block 9 was, yeah. Block 9, block 10 kind of was that. But, no, block 9 was, what is it? I think block 9 was block 9. Forgot now. Block 10 was, restaurant service. Was where you're, like, you have your class of 15, maybe 15 to 20 people, and you kind of, it's split morning and nighttime. So one group will do lunch, one group will do dinner, and then the week after that, like a split 2 weeks like that, split in half, and the next group will, like, or you have to like help somebody out to, like, oh, I'll take morning service, you can take night service kind of thing. So that's what I did for Nathan Poon, and yeah, I did that for him. I had to retake some courses like through grade block 6, and I stopped there. I couldn't go into block 7. No, I stopped at block 7, and when I had to go back to repeat. So 2 courses I repeated. I had a choice at block 6, 4, or 5. So I picked 4 or 5 because it's easier than block 6. Block 6 is like cutting meat. You have to remember where it comes from, how you make it out of that part, and so much complications. I kind of failed in that course. In that one because it was harder, because like with beef, veal, lamb, goat. Even they bring you in a goat, not goat, but like lamb. So if you can remember how, like for example, beef, you make corned beef from where? I don't remember all that stuff. And like corned beef and like rack of lamb, like it's like the rack is from the ribs, right? But like you kind of get that point is where, I may be wrong about these things, but I just try to remember. I don't remember everything. Block 6 is the hardest in all the courses. Block 6, Block 7, Block 8 is not that bad. Block 8, it's bakery. So just remember how to make it. It's kind of pretty easy. What do you have to put in it, kind of thing. It's just on the test. You have test 2, you have to read the book. You have to remember where it comes from. If you make up a song, it'll work fine. I made a song with my course. So it kind of, with every course I made a song so I can remember, you know. Yeah. And then, anyway, so yes. Having that, and oh yes, block 4 is math. And math stuff like your price costing, like how to make the right choices for pricing and stuff. There's a lot of difficulty in block 4. Price costing stuff. Yeah, anyway, so yeah. Block 9, Block 10 is kind of like the service thing. 11 and 12 is kind of get into their full out big kitchen. You gotta make meals and kind of, yeah. I kind of epically failed at block 11 and 12. But anyways, yes. So, yeah. Anyway, so I did the block 10. Block 10 is, oh, sorry, block 9 is, GG service, the restaurant service. Block 10 is menu making. It's kind of, like, you learn how to cook, make a la carte, make, orders, make everything. They teach you everything. I had so much fun. And they get you to do, like, they give you, like, the chef will teach you one way in block 10, and you got to learn how to do it, and then you make your own creation and kind of create it in your own way. The chef will mark you on it. So, yeah. And then, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I just had some other things going on, and I did pretty nice plates. I did everything. I didn't have a phone back. I'm like, crap, I should take a picture. And then, yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I had a lot of fun with my class I had. We had somebody come to teach us about stuff. We could go until like, no, our chef left kind of like at like maybe at right at when we finished at like maybe 2-ish. He left, and we were like, you guys can stay as long as you want, cause the school's gonna be open until like 12-ish. So we're like, oh, they're like, oh, a lot of people said, oh, you should stay. I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't stay awake. My eyes are like, whoop. And I'm like, I'm see you guys. Oh, I just disappeared like that. And then after that, I went into lazy mode where in how many years? I did 5, 6 years, maybe 8 years now. Oh, no, 8 years of being lazy because I didn't want to do anything. I did a lot of volunteer shit, but now looking for a second job. But 8, 9 years I've been very lazy at home. Mall ratting. Mall ratting means like going to the mall just every day at the mall and that like that. Or like, kind of this very stupid stuff that doing at the mall. And I thought to myself, mom told me not to. I hung out with the wrong people and I got in trouble for that. Yeah. Anyway, so I did that for 8, 9 years. I did it by myself and with other friends too. And yeah. And after that, I got into 2011, 12, 2011 and 12, I think. I don't remember how many years now. But 2011 and 12, and got into looking for jobs, and it's a hard thing to look for a job. My mom's always like, look for a job, I'm looking for it, and it's hard to, like, not everybody will accept you. I dress nice and they don't think I'm nice enough. Whatever, I tried the bitch, everything, but it's hard. I think I'll try again, maybe if I will get the time. Yeah. It's complicated when you get a job. It's really hard. May have to look into maybe McDonald's. I'm the last thing resort is McDonald's and AW and everything. That's my last resort because going to that's gonna be pretty easy. So I know what I'm doing if I go into that kind of industry. So yeah. Anyways, what else can I tell you guys? I can do a lot of crazy stuff around, of course. But as you know, trying to control my craziness, trying to get myself out of trouble, of course. Um, yeah. I'm just kind of controlling what I'm doing now. Now I'm not 24 from when I was born to now I'm 24. I'm enjoying my life, trying to look for a second job right now because this job I'm doing volunteer. So it's kind of I'm working with my aunt, which is a very moody aunt. When you get onto her nerves, it's just not good. That's why I try to stay away from her. She's like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, so I'm just kind of keeping myself out of trouble from her because if she doesn't talk to me anymore. Apparently, I don't want to create a good relationship with her. I don't like her, and I have to suck up to her. So I'm gonna have to suffer with her. And I don't want to work there anymore, but I'm gonna stay there because I'm making new friends there, and I rather stay there and know the world instead of just stuck at home, day in day out. I don't have to work today. It's kind of awesome. Monday and Wednesday I don't have to work basically. If I have to work Wednesday, it'd be kind of a really exhausting day. So yeah. If I want to work, but I can't work Wednesday because I rescheduled my tutor and I lied. Not really lied, but told her that I had a party. Not really. I got errands to do on Monday, so I gotta reschedule. I think I'll maybe on Wednesday from now on, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my life story of my life of when I was a child and into growing up now. Yeah. If you guys want to know more about me, of course, comment below. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and ask me more questions if you guys want to know more and anything else you guys want to ask me, because mostly things that people tell you may be lies. You never know because I know the truth and people may like, oh blah blah, she's this and blah blah, and I'm like, but that never happened because people make rumors, you know. See, I can make a rumor, I can make a huge rumor about myself and it goes out there, right? And then what's gonna happen, like maybe 2-3 weeks later, he's gonna come back to me. It's fun making rumors about myself. It's funner than someone doesn't know you that makes up a rumor that doesn't even not even true. So hopefully you guys enjoy my commentary about myself and just about anything about my life. And if you guys want to know more about me, anything else, let me comment below. And I'll get to you guys in the next video as soon as possible. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, bye.